was while serving in a lovely appointment in the Ireland division that we welcomed a new church member into our family. She was a very interesting lady, but she had a very wry and dry sense of humour. On the occasion of our first pastoral visit to her in her home, she asked if we might like to have a cup of tea and some light refreshment. Well, we very rarely refuse such an offer. On seeing the beautiful array of cakes and pastries on display, we asked if she'd been busy baking. Her response to this question was quite an interesting one. "Oh no, dear," she said, "I don't do 4-letter words." Seeing the look of confusion on our faces, she continued, "I don't bake, I don't cook, I don't iron, I don't dust, and I don't shop unless it's absolutely necessary." That phrase, "I don't do 4-letter words," stayed in my mind and settled into my thoughts. In my childhood, as I was growing up, the phrase 4-letter word referred to something that was not good, not appropriate, or even a swear word. So I grew up hearing people say they used a 4-letter word. In my current world, it's got a very different meaning. In my world now is a world of grace and salvation. There are very beautiful 4-letter words which are central to my life of faith. Words such as love, care, hope, and life. You see, at a time when I really needed to hear the gospel, I experienced real care from a Salvation Army community which I had somehow, by God's grace, become drawn towards. This community showed me genuine love and reflected the love of God for every man and woman and boy and girl. This community spent time seeking to draw me not just into the fellowship of the church, but into the fellowship of the gospel of Jesus. This community taught me about Jesus, who is the way, the truth, and the life. And I discovered then that life in Christ was better than anything I had ever experienced. But most important of all, this community helped me to understand that I could experience real hope. So in place of 4-letter words that have a negative overtone, these 4-letter words are central to my life. I recall a song that we don't sing very often these days. "Sing them over again to me, beautiful words of life, words of life and beauty. Teach me faith and duty." In days when our communities are not able to come together as they would like to, I would like to encourage you to remember some beautiful 4-letter words. I'd like you to remember today that God cares about you, is concerned for you. I want you to remember that God's love is deeper than the deepest ocean. I want you to remember that God gives life in all its fullness, abundant life. And I want you to remember that that life in all its fullness is rooted and grounded in Christ, and that with his love and with his grace, we can withstand the trials and tribulations of lockdown, physical distancing, and shielding. And remember too, that in Christ, we not only have strength for today, but bright hope for tomorrow. So may God bless you as you reflect on beautiful words of life.